Hello and welcome back to Tea for Kings, Tea for Peasants. Today I'm going to be doing a review slash side-by-side comparison of two different kinds of Earl Grey from Harney Sons. So the two teas that I'm going to be reviewing and comparing is their Victorian London Fog and also their Earl Grey Imperial. So let me grab those. I bought the Victorian London Fog as a sample pack when I placed my Harney Sons order, and I also received the Earl Grey Imperial in these little sachets in this little tin in my Sips by order. So it comes in this like little tin with a pop top thing, I don't know what you call that, and then it's got the little sachets in there. So in terms of comparing them, I've steeped them at the same time and the same temperature. Obviously one is a sachet and one is completely loose tea, but for the most part they should yield, you know, it should be pretty comparable. It is slightly different, but whatever, we're not scientists. So I'm going to start off with the Earl Grey Imperial. So the description of this is a particular blend of 4 teas from China and India, flavored with the natural oil of bergamot. This fine afternoon tea was originally commissioned for British Prime Minister Earl Grey. So the ingredients in this are simply black tea and natural oil of bergamot. So the instructions say to steep it for 5 minutes. I did more like 3.5, maybe 4. I didn't actually use a timer, but they looked and smelled right, so. Yeah. So this is just a plain Earl Grey, essentially. Yeah, it smells very strongly of bergamot, but you can still get the smell from the black tea in there as well. So then the Victorian London Fog, I'm gonna open her up. Like I said, she is a loose leaf tea. So this is described as the beverage called London Fog originated during the Victorian era. Traditionally, it is an Earl Grey served with steamed milk. The ingredients in this are black tea, oolong tea, bergamot oil, lavender, and vanilla flavor. So I can definitely still smell the bergamot, but I can also smell the lavender in there as well. And I'm not sure how I feel about that because I'm not a huge fan of the flavor or the scent of lavender. So we'll see how I like this one. It would be interesting to make this one as a latte as well, like actually as a London Fog, and see how it turns out. But this one, they smell pretty comparable, honestly, but this one smells just a little bit more of the lavender. Okay, so I'm gonna start with Earl Grey Imperial over here. So you can smell the black tea a lot more as the tea that's steeped up. Yeah. This is a very nice Earl Grey. It's very smooth and the bergamot isn't too overpowering. And you can really just taste like the black tea with that hint of the bergamot citrus in there, and it's really nice. This one's really just a good classic standard Earl Grey. And we have the Victorian London Fog. This is just a random side note, but I love this teacup. Anyway, let's smell it first. This one smells a lot, it smells very creamy. I can't smell I can smell the lavender a little bit, but I'm really getting a lot of that vanilla scent in there. Okay, interesting. This one is actually a lot lighter. I don't really taste the lavender very much, which I appreciate because I'm not a big fan of lavender. But I'm getting a lot of that vanilla in there and that creaminess. This is really good. This is like so much better than any other like cream of Earl Grey, like from David's Tea or what's the other one that I've tried? I don't remember. I've had another one from somewhere. Don't know what it's called. But this is really nice. It's very smooth and it's very light as well. It's not... Many times I've found that in like a cream of Earl Grey from David's Tea or something like that, it's very, like, the cream aspect of it is very overpowering, and it's kind of creates this like weird sensation because you haven't added any milk or anything to it, so it's kind of weird. Yeah, but this is very nice. It's light, but it's still like definitely an Earl Grey. And you're still getting that like citrusy bergamot, but this one, I feel like this one is not as bitter as the Earl Grey Imperial. It's slightly lighter and has a nice vanilla flavor. And like I said, I don't really taste the lavender, but I am getting the bergamot and the vanilla. So in summary, both of these teas are really good. I do think that I prefer the Victorian London Fog over the Earl Grey Imperial just because I like the vanilla flavor in it. And the Earl Grey Imperial was a lot more bitter. But that is my look at these two types of Earl Grey from Harney Sons. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe down below. And also comment if you've tried either one of these teas and what your thoughts of them were. Also, you can check in the description box to find the link to my Patreon, and you can click on that and find out more about what I'm doing over there. That's all for now, so as always, happy sipping!